Alright, my childhood is back! Finally, another great Ninja Turtles movie. It's what? It's not... Power Rangers is directed by Dean Israelite, and it stars a bunch of teenage kids that form the Power Rangers. The best one being, right off bat, let me just tell you, the Blue Ranger. He's from Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. He's Earl. He was by far the best part about this movie. Before I get into just him, so the Power Rangers is obviously reboot, reimagining. It's a remake of the classic 90s, TV show that I was a big fan of, believe it or not, there was more than just the Ninja Turtles. I love the Ninja Turtles, and that was my favorite thing in the 90s, but I did get me into some Power Rangers, so I was pretty actually kind of excited for this movie because, I was a 90s kid, and, I like me some fighting ninjas. And, Power Rangers, we're kind of that sometimes. So, I was excited to go into this movie because relived my childhood a little bit. It looked pretty cool. It looked a little bit different, a little darker. I liked the director. He made a pretty underrated movie, Project Almanac, that I liked a lot. So, there was a lot going in for this movie. I was pretty excited, and I will say that I thought the Power Rangers was a pretty good time. I don't think it's a fantastic movie. I don't even think it's a great movie. I just think it was a fun movie. Definitely not nearly anywhere close to as bad as it possibly ever could have been. Honestly, I never even saw the old movie that there was, but I've seen enough of it that I'm like, yeah, this could have turned out really bad. This is nothing like that. This movie really takes itself seriously, and I think that's a good thing and a bad thing because the movie almost feels too serious because then sometimes it gets a little bit goofy and a little cheesy, which is what you want from this kind of thing because you want it to be like the 90s, but a reimagining. But I feel like it took itself so seriously that when it got a little cheesy and more fun, it was a mixture of tones that didn't really feel like it went well together. And that's the biggest problem with this movie, I think, is that its tone is all over the place. It's super serious and super, takes itself seriously, and then there's really goofy, cheesy parts, and then there's some, really cheesy, teenage dialogue kind of thing going on. And I feel like the tones were they just didn't mesh well enough, I don't think. And besides that, another complaint I think is that they don't really become Power Rangers until the very end, and you want to see them be a Power Rangers already and fight, and there's not enough fighting and fun in this movie, I don't think, except for the end, which there's a lot of it and it's pretty exciting and fun, but I wish there was a little bit more throughout of it. A lot of it is just them training. But anyway, so besides those complaints, which I feel like I'm just crapping on this movie, I'm not. I really liked it. I thought it was a really fun movie because I liked them learning how to use their powers and training and doing all that. That was all super fun. I just wish that there was more of them being actual Power Rangers. And, I feel like in the sequel, if they get to that point, that will be like that. So hopefully the next time around, it'll be better. And that's always disappointing to say, though, because you want to go into these movies and be like, oh man, this is the best one. I can't wait for the next one, but man, this one was great. This one, I'm like, oh, this one was good. I can't wait for the next one. You don't want to do that. You want to love this one. But I ended up liking it. I had a good time with it. I thought that all the Power Rangers, all the kids, they all did a fantastic job. Like I said, Earl from Me and Earl and the Dying. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. That kid, the Blue Ranger, he was by far my favorite. He had the most heart and the funniest lines, and all the acting though I thought was really, really pretty solid, except for maybe Elizabeth Banks. She was over the top, and just when I say over the top, way over the top. She was in a completely different movie at points. But I feel like the tone that she went with, I wish I could have seen a little bit more of it because it was super cheesy and over the top, and I was like, it was fun in a way, but it was mixed with the other tone that they were going for that was serious. It was you feel so cheesy right now. But, overall, I thought it was a pretty fun movie. I don't think it's, the next Avengers or anything, but I would gladly see another one. And, if you're into the Power Rangers, I think that you will definitely like this movie and bring it back to your childhood. And, if not, if you're a grown man, adult, you're probably not gonna like this movie. It's really teenagery. It's not really, it's not really meant for adult people, but I think teenagers, younger kids, they'll enjoy it. And then, if you're an adult and you grew up with it and you like it, then you'll like it too. But yeah, you have to know the demographic here. It's definitely for younger kids, and it's but it's a pretty fun time. So I'm gonna go 3 out of 5 for Power Rangers. I like the movie. I'm excited to see another one. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, you don't want to see more reviews from a guy like me, Tom Waterloo, then please like and share this video, leave a comment down below, and most importantly, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.